So y'all insist on another girls trip that I went on. Cause like I said, I went on a few girls trips. So this girls trip in particular happened years ago. I went with about 10 girls, I think. I don't recall the number right now, but it was like 10 of us. It was one of my very, very close friends' birthday. Like, this was my close friend. Like, we hung out. Like, if you saw her, you saw me type shit. Mind you, everyone was all older than me. I think at the time I was like 21. Everybody else was like 27, 28. I know for sure I was the youngest one. Like, I had just hit 21 or 22. Because everyone kept saying, girl, what are you doing with us? And I'm like, my friend. So, boom, we went to Houston. Like I said, it was my friend's birthday. And this friend, like, she's a boss. Or she just be having, like, niggas just cash out. Like, niggas cash out, period, with her. Like, that was the friend, especially with me being so young and she was older than me, I would look at her and be like, oh, yeah, I know I will not deal with no dude if he's not cashing out like that. Period. I need some lip gloss. Hold on. Much better. So we was staying in this big old house in Houston. Actually, let me go back. Let me tell the full story. So, boom, we all met at San Francisco Airport because I'm from the Bay. And mind you, it was like around New Year's. Around this time, I think it was like 2019, I think. So, yeah, so I met everyone at the airport in San Francisco. Everybody was already there. Me, I'm late to everything, so I got there and I was just like, hey, y'all. My close friend also was at the airport with, I want to say, 4 girls already. Y'all know I'm not going to say no one's real name. I'm just going to say fake names. So I know, like, majority of the girls that my friend is with. So like I said, she was with 4 girls. It's her and it's actually, no, it was her and it was 3 other girls. So it's total 4 of them. So I know 2 of the girls that she's with. The other girl I did not know. I never saw her day in my life. So she introduced me to her. This girl is so little. Like, she's like little. I want to say like 4'9", like she's little. And then y'all like when I be saying the nationalities. I'm not going to say everyone's nationality until it gets to that point. But the little one, she was, I think, Middle Eastern or something like that. They didn't want to sit in the front, but I want to sit in the front. So they sat like 4 seats behind me or whatever because they all wanted to sit like in the middle for whatever reason. I don't know. I like to sit in the front of the plane because I want to get off. So we get off the plane and we land in Houston. I had got a rental because my license is clean. I was able to get everything, and I think everyone else had like either a suspended license or no driver's license. Everybody had some type of issue going on. So me being the youngest and I have my license is fresh. I was able to get a rental. Only thing is, with me having a rental, I have to pay like a underage fee. But my friend was like, don't worry about it, I'm gonna pay for it. So she ended up paying for that underage fee. I think it was like a $250 fee or something like that. So I ended up getting like a little small SUV, and we all got an SUV. We packed up. So it's a total of 5 of us inside the car now. We stopped by the liquor store because that's just what you do when you're on a girls trip. We stopped by the liquor store. We all get some 1942. We had like 3 bottles of 1942. Feeling it. We drinking. But the little one in the back, I'm going to say her name is Cynthia. I don't know. So the little one in the back, she like extra turned up. Like, she's like teed up, like jumping around in the car, like on like hypey shit. Like, like she's doing the fool. Like, I get it. We're in Houston. We just got to Houston. We on a big girls trip and shit like that. But she was too teed up. Like, crazy. So then, after we leave the liquor store, we drinking and stuff. Well, I'm not drinking because I was driving, but they're all drinking and stuff. So then once we get to the house or whatever, the house was beautiful, like immaculate, big as fuck, nice. We all like run inside the house like on some like bad girls club type shit. Like, we just run in like, which room is my room? Da 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 da. So the first floor had like a big room, and it was like a big California king bed, and it was the garage right there. Second floor was one room and it had 3 beds in there, and it also had another room with a single twin-size bed. Then the next floor was 3 bedrooms. It was one room with a queen-size bed, another room with a queen-size bed, then it was the master bedroom. Obviously, the master bedroom was going to my friend because it was her birthday party. Then upstairs was like a, I don't know, it was like a big balcony or whatever. So we're claiming our rooms. I got my room. Of course, I got me the room on the 3rd floor, and I had my own room. And I was the youngest, so I was just like, I need my own room. So I was right inside the home. We're waiting for the other girls to arrive. We had a friend from New York come. We had a friend, I believe she was from Miami. People were just from everywhere. But again, all the other girls really don't know each other unless they already hung out with us in the Bay before. But my close friend at the time, like, she used to live everywhere. So all her friends was pretty much from everywhere. So she knew everyone, but no one else really knew each other, if that makes sense. So we're drinking, we're having our little pregame going up, and we getting turned up, whatever. And then, we had a section at Seaside. This one, Seaside, used to be the real Seaside, like, looking like blue walls, fishes on the wall, boats and all that in Houston. So we had a lit section. Our section was inside because I believe it was kind of like sprinkling or something like that out there. The little one, the one that's Middle Eastern, she is literally doing the food. And at the time, it was during COVID. So Seaside had like these plexiglass shields hanging between sections, like to divide them. And our section was lit. Like, we were so lit, and we had got like hella bottles. Like, we all pieced up. Y'all know how it go. We pieced up, and it was just bad bitches in the section, just lit. Not to mention, it was this one lady from Oakland, like, doing the food. And she was with us. Like, that was one of the girls that was with us. She was just like so stank. I don't know if she would just stank to me or what, but she was keep saying little comments like, "You're too young to be with us," and da-da-da-da. But I'm grown. I was 21 or 22. I'm grown. I'm here just like you. I make my own money and I do all that. So me and her really wasn't seeing eye to eye like that. But meanwhile, back on the Middle Eastern chick, she was doing the food. Like, it got to the point to where she was hanging on the plexiglass, trying to twerk on it. Not to mention, I told y'all, she's little. She had to be like 4'9", little tiny girl. Grown as fuck, though. Our waitress ended up coming, like, with our bottles and stuff. Tell me why the little girl, I keep calling her little girl. She's grown, but she's little. But this girl goes to our waitress and licks her face. Our waitress was like, what the fuck? Like, she literally, like, grabbed her face and licked her face like that. We were so embarrassed. So it got to the point to where Houston police ended up coming. Like, I don't know if Houston still does this. I don't even know if Seaside is still there, because the last time I was there, it wasn't there. But the Houston police ended up coming. They're like, if y'all can't get y'all friend together, y'all can get kicked out because the stuff she doing is unacceptable. So we're trying to calm her down and basically tell her to chill out. Next to us is like a section with all these like fat niggas, at least 400 pounds, like Rod Wave big. No shade to Rod Wave, but big. Why she started trying to go to them and like trying to like dance on them, they like, nah, ma, you drunk, get away from me. Like, she that drunk. So the friend from New York, she was so funny. Love her. We're still friends. She's like, yo, son, fat niggas turning her down, son. If fat niggas turning you down, you can't kick it with me, son. Fat niggas is the most desperate niggas, son. Like, she was just going off. It was so funny. So then it got to the point to where the girl was just doing too much and she was just doing too much. So they ended up kicking her out of Seaside. When they kicked her out of Seaside, we was just like, damn, what do we do? So mind you, we all don't really know each other besides we know our friend. Like, our friend is our connection, like how we're all even here with each other. So we all put it back on her, like, what do you want to do? And she was just like, it's my birthday. I'm not trying to fuck up my birthday. And she's hella drunk and blah, blah, blah. So she sends one of the other friends that knows her to go talk to her in the car. She's like, y'all fake as fuck because y'all leaving me inside the car. Mind you, she's so drunk, she can't even function. So the police is outside looking at her too, like, what the fuck? But mind you, she's in my rental, so they like leave the keys in the car. Fuck no, because that rental was in my name. No, I'm not doing that. So now she's in the car, tweaking out, tripping. We're inside Seaside, turned up, having a great time. Once Seaside was over with, we go outside. Why she's missing? Her purse, her shoes, everything she have is left inside the car. And we're trying to figure out, where the fuck is she at? part 2 coming. They leave some detail out when we was at Seaside. So all of us was there. We weren't on no clown shit with hella people in the car all bouncing out. It wasn't like that. I had my rental, and my rental had 5 people in it, and then the friend from New York, which she's my friend too, but a friend from New York, she had a rental. So some people rode with her, some people rode with me, and that's how we got to Seaside. The Middle Eastern girl rode with me. So that's why they were like, she needs to go inside the car. But someone that was with us was like, give her the key so she could breathe and have air and roll the window down while she's in the car. But me, no, fuck that. She better step outside, but I'm not leaving my key with somebody that's drunk, potentially maybe on other stuff, because how active she was. It wasn't just alcohol that make you that active. So now, back to where I left off at. We was in Seaside for about a good hour and a half, and she was supposed to be in the car. People went to go check on her and stuff, but we was lit, and we had a great time. Like, once she left out of Seaside, we were able to be, like, bad bitches in the section, not no crazy-looking bitches in the section. So, like I said, we got outside. She wasn't there. We're looking like, where is she at? Mind you, all of her belongings is in my rental, like literally everything. Like everything. That means she was outside with no shoes on, no purse, no phone, no money, no ID. So now we at the point to where we're like, what we about to do? Because what are we about to do? Like, we really just lost one of our friends, and she's hella drunk. Like, she's shit-faced drunk. We don't know where the fuck she's at. We don't know nothing. So it's people in the parking lot, like parking lot pimping, and we start going up to the people in the parking lot. We're asking them, like, hey, have you saw our friend? She's like this tall, describing her to them. And everybody's like, nah, we ain't saw her. She would have stood out. Not to mention, she had a big BBL. So she definitely stood out, period. 4'9" BBL, big D, or capital P. So now it was at the point to where we all like, what do we do? But again, we put it back on our friend that got us all out here in the first place, because it's her trip. And nobody really know her like that besides her. That's her friend. But some people do know her, but me, I didn't know her. But some of her other friends knew her, because I guess they all hung out previously before, like all of them, but I just wasn't there. So then it got to the point where she was just like, she don't know what to do. She's kind of stuck because it's also her birthday, and now her birthday is feeling like it's getting fucked up. So half of the girls were like, I'm grown. I came out here. I have kids, and I came out here to have a good time. I didn't come out here to babysit no grown-ass woman, and so on and so forth. And some girls was just like, oh, my God, anything can happen to her. Like, she can get raped. She can get killed. Anything can happen to her. Like, we're worried. Me, on the other hand, I was with y'all bitches older than me, and I'm the one that got it together. So I'm with the ones that's like, I'm not about to be looking for no grown-ass bitch. Sorry, not sorry, but y'all older than me. Everybody's literally like 6 to 7 years older than me, and I wasn't even, like, I was turned, but, like, I'm not gonna make it seem like I was just like, I was turned, but I wasn't missing. So then my friend from New York, our friend from New York, she's like, let's go to the strip club. I'm not doing this. I'm going to Truth, and I want to have a good time. I was like, I'm with her. So then it got to the point we all was just like, raise your hand if you want to go to Truth, and raise your hand if you want to look for her. This sounds so messed up, but I don't know. I don't even know if it sounds messed up or what. We listen and we don't judge. So then everyone ended up saying, let's go to Truth. So we ended up going to Truth. We went to Truth. We all was back to back. Well, both cars back to back. We got the Truth. We had got a section at Truth, and we was lit. We had a time at Truth, got some chicken wings. Chicken wings was bomb as fuck. We ate, threw some money, and we was in there for about a good, I want to say like hour. And then we end up leaving Truth, and we end up going to another club. I don't remember the name of this club in Houston, because now we're all like fucked up, and we're being very irresponsible. I'm not going to say what, but yeah. So we're at this one club, and we're like walking up, but it's like so much commotion going on. When I tell you some niggas just start shooting, mind you, we're from the Bay, some people from New York, people from Miami, like people is from everywhere with us, but no one's from Houston. No one knows anything about Houston. These dudes is shooting. Like, when I tell you they had like big shit, they had big shit, like military shit I never saw before. So we instantly dropped to the ground. Police come, all the shit. So we're like, what the fuck did we just get ourselves into? We didn't even make it inside the club, and that shit happened. So then the friend from Miami, she's like, oh no, take me back to the Airbnb. I don't have time for this. I didn't come out here for this, and da-da-da. I'll link up with y'all tomorrow. Like, you know, we'll talk about this tomorrow, whatever. So then we all in the car, we drive back to the Airbnb. Somebody brings up the girl, the little one that's missing. They're like, where is she at? So that's when we go inside to see maybe she might have came back to the Airbnb or what. But then we're also like, how would she even get like over here? Like, how would she even get a ride? How would she get a Lyft, a Uber, anything? Because we're in Houston. No one lives out here. She don't know where she is. Because I think she was from Sacramento. So how would she get back to the Airbnb? It just didn't make no sense. So we go inside. She's not there. So we're like, oh shit. And it had to be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So at that point, then that's when who went? I'm trying to think. This happened so many years ago. Let me think. Hold on one moment. Okay. Yeah, it was the girl from New York that went, and it was 3 other girls. It was 4 of them. They went, and they wanted to take my rental. So I was like, nope. So I stayed back. So I can't really speak on what happened when they went, but I'm going to just say when I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning, everyone that went to go look for her came back to the Airbnb and was like covered in dirt, as if like they was doing angels in the dirt, like wet mud, and hair was messed up, all that. One of the girls I remember was crying. So I remember when I came out the room, I'm like, what the fuck happened? Also, not to mention, when I was asleep, I was hearing like a big bang, bang, bang sound. Like something was like getting dragged down the stairs. Because mind you, I'm on the 3rd floor. So I'm hearing something get like dragged down the stairs. Come to find out, that was Lil Mama. The crazy one. I forgot what fake name I gave her. But that was Lil Mama. She was dragging her suitcase down the stairs. I guess she had no shoes on or anything and just lost it. So at that point, that's when I'm asking my girls, like, why are y'all covered in mud? What happened? Why are you crying? What's going on? So y'all won't believe what they said. They said, I guess when they was about to go leave to go find her, the police came knocking on the door, basically with a picture of Lil Mama, and was like, is this girl with y'all? We're trying to find her because she basically stole someone's car and all that. So let me tell y'all what happened with that, what was told to me, how everything went. So basically, she was in my car and she was laying in the car or whatever, and I guess she got outside the car. And that's when she started trying to make it, like, come back inside Seaside. The security guards wouldn't let her, or the security guard, the host, whoever was doing the door, they wouldn't let her back inside. So she started trying to make a big scene. So then she ended up seeing like these dudes, I guess it was some dudes, whatever, coming in. They had a section or whatever. So she started trying to go inside with them. And they tried to get her in with them. And Seaside people was like, nah, she can't come in, whatever. So I guess dudes went in and somebody knew somebody, whatever the case may have been. The dudes ended up leaving. Mind you, they was in a sling. For those who don't know what a sling is, it's a big black truck, like Escalade black truck. But in this case, it was an Escalade truck. So all the dudes was in a car. She got in a car with them, and they left. And I guess the dudes went to a gas station. All the dudes got out to get like their woods and to get a bottle, whatever. So Lil Mama climbs over to the driver's seat and gets in the driver's seat and steal their car and crash their car like 4 miles down the block, crash it into a pole, totaled the car, airbags came out. In the midst of that, mind you, she's 4'9". Kid you not. She carjacked someone and took their car and drove their car somewhere probably like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It was kind of far from Houston, but she drove it somewhere else. The car ran out of gas. Mind you, she has no money. She has anything. The car ran out of gas. she ended up seeing someone down the way and cried to them, like, gave them a sob story, like she was kidnapped and blah, blah, blah. Part 3 coming. So I guess when the police came to the door, they had pretty much kind of said what's going on very vaguely. Yeah. So Lil Mama had called our friend, the birthday girl, called the birthday girl and was basically like crying on the phone. And that's how they end up getting her location after the police left and stuff. So they said she was like 45 minutes out from Houston. So everyone's trying to figure out how the fuck she get 45 minutes out. But then I think we all was just like drunk. Mind you, I was really tired. So I was kind of like in and out. But I know one thing for sure and for certain. I wasn't about to go out looking for no grown-ass bitch. No shade to my friends that did, because that just goes to show they had a good heart. And me, I was just like, I'm 21 or 22. And everyone's way older than me. I'm not doing that. Mind you, my New York friend is off the hook. Like, she's so funny. I think somebody had, like, begged her to come for her to go. Because she was like, son, I got 2 kids at home, son. I ain't doing this. This mad bogus. She was so funny. Because she was like, if I wanted to babysit, I would have brought my kids. So that was funny. The girl from Miami was like, I'm not going. The girl from... it was 2 girls from the Bay, too, and they were like, they weren't going. I know it was, like, 6 of us that stayed, and I think 4 of them went. I think that's the correct numbers. I think 6 stayed and 4 went. That's how it went. So, I guess they ended up getting the girl's location, Lil Mama location, where she was at, and I guess she was with, like, an older white couple at their house, and the older white lady, or whatever nationality she wasn't, they basically told me she was Caucasian. So that's what I'm going to go off of. They said that she basically gave them the address of where she lived for them to come get Lil Mama, because they were just like, they going off what she said, and how they're looking at it is like, oh my God, this little girl was kidnapped. Not little girl, but this small woman was kidnapped. And now she's at our door, and basically, yeah. They don't know about all the carjacking and the stolen car shit that she just did less than probably 3 hours. I don't know. But they didn't know about that. So when they all go over to that lady's house and they get to her house, again, majority of the girls that were with are black. So, yeah. And then y'all know how it can kind of get in the South. It's still a little bit of racism going on around that, like in that area a little bit. From my knowledge, I don't know, just from what I know. And when they get to the lady house, I guess Little Mama was acting like she didn't know them and made it seem like they were the kidnappers to her. So that's when the white lady that was there, the couple, they called the police and were like, oh shit, like these are the people that kidnapped her and brought her, like got her in this predicament. So the police come real quick, and my friend from New York was basically like, she heard the lady tell the police like they had a gun, but no one has a gun. No one was even on that type of time. So my New York friend was like, son, I have to smack the shit out that bitch, son. Like, y'all, I love the way New Yorkers talk, but she was straight, I think, Bronx girl, 100%. So she, like, her and the lady got into it. So the police come, the police arrest them, and they put them in the dirt. So that's where the dirt came from with them. They all were basically detained or arrested. I don't even know if I'm using the word correctly, y'all. My brain is fried right now. But they all was arrested, and they all was in the dirt, laying in the dirt. And then the girl basically ran. When the police got there, the girl ran. Like, she was gone. She was out of there. So that's when they were like, they told the police, like, no, we're getting our friend. It's just a misunderstanding and yada, yada, yada. But the older white lady was like, well, a New Yorker girl hit me. And then the New Yorker girl was just like, I did not hit you, and da-da-da-da. So that's what she said happened. But I don't know how they end up getting out of being arrested, but they end up getting out of that sticky situation they was in. And then that's when they came back to the Airbnb. And that's when they told us what happened. Everyone that stayed behind, that's when they let us know, like, this bitch is playing. And come to find out, that noise I heard when I was asleep, that boom, 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 that dragging down the stairs, that's when she ran, and I guess she ended up getting a ride to the Airbnb. I don't know how this girl was doing all this movement in this short amount of time, but she ended up getting a ride to the Airbnb, and that's when she took her luggage out. So then that's when we're all talking about it, like discussing what happened, that's when I'm like, you know what, I did hear some banging noise when I was asleep, but I didn't get up because I was drunk and I was asleep, and I feel like I was on a roller coaster. But I definitely heard the noise. So then that's when the birthday girl was like, ooh, let me go check to see if her stuff is still here. So that's when we go upstairs to the third floor, and we saw basically her stuff is gone. So we're like, oh, that's what that was. She dragged all her stuff out. But mind you, her phone, it was her phone that was still there, and it was her purse that was still there. Mind you, her purse has all her money, and it has her ID. It has everything that she pretty much needs. But she also had like little stuff here and there. Like she had one red bottom over there, and then she had the other red bottom in her bag. Like she was all over. Sidebar, I forgot to mention this part. When we all was looking for our room, it was so funny because the girl that was from Oakland ended up getting into it with the girl that was from New York, because the girl from Oakland thought that she was about to get one of the rooms by herself, and the girl from New York came in on her bully and was like, no, this is my room. This is my room. Get your shit, and your shit has to go. You and your shit has to go. That was just funny. I just totally forgot to mention that, because I'm like, I love the girl from New York. I don't know. I think I just love New Yorkers. Like, the females, I don't know, I love it. Back to the story though. That's when we're like, oh, so she came here and got her stuff and left, but she left like little stuff around. So now, like I said, it's early. I think it would have to be like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. It was so early. Everybody was like, I'm about to go to sleep. Like, everybody that just went through out of there, like, I'm about to go to sleep. And everybody that's been in the Airbnb, they're like, oh, we going back to sleep. So then that's when me and one of the girls, I think she was from Hayward, and she was just like, in the morning, she came to me and was like, she got our friend a cake, and it was like a birthday cake, like one of them like cute birthday cakes. And she was like, in the morning, let's go get it, because it's my rental outside, and the girl from New York damn sure wasn't giving up her key. So I'm like, it's good, let's do it. So skip. Now it's the morning time, and now it's time for us to go pick up the cake. So the girl from Hayward was just like, we should try calling her, little mama. We should try calling her to see like if she okay. So we tried calling, her phone going straight to voicemail. So then I was just like, let me try calling from my phone, because I don't know her like that. Like, I don't know her. I just met her. So when I call, my call is going through and it's ringing. So she answered the phone and she's like, what? Like, the phone rung like 3 times. Then she said, what? I was like, hey, beep. Where you at? Like, are you okay? And I'm like, this is Joe. Like, where you at? She was like, stop fucking calling my phone. So she hung up. We were cracking up. So we call again just to see, like, what's going on. So then, like, now she's, like, crying on the phone. And she's like, y'all, I don't know where I'm at. I don't know where I'm at. So we're trying to figure out, like, girl, where you at? Like, send a location so we can see where you're at or something. So I guess she's looking at a receipt, and she tells us, like, where she's at by the receipt. So I'm looking on my maps as she's telling us, like, where she at. I'm like, tell me what the address say. Mind you, it's like talking to a fucking 4-year-old trying to talk to her, because she's like, I don't know. Then I hear somebody in the background like, ma'am, you have to leave. Ma'am, you have to leave. So I'm like, where are you? Like, what? So then I hear them saying, like, you have to leave the Marriott Hotel. You have to leave. So I'm like, are you at the Marriott? And she said, I think so. So we're like, girl. So we end up finding out exactly where she was. Y'all, this girl was an hour away. Boom, we get to the hotel. When we get to the hotel, it's like security there, and we're in the lobby, and we're like, hey, we're looking for, we said her name, like, we're looking for her room. And they're like, are y'all, like, with her? We're like, we know her. So then they're like, we're calling the police on her, because basically, I guess she was smoking weed in the room, and basically smoking in the room, blowing. So we're like, oh, no, we're going to get her. Don't worry about it. We go inside her room. Her room is a hot mess. Her clothes is scattered everywhere. We get her to the car. I just asked her straight up, what drugs did you do? Because you not normal. Alcohol don't make you act like this. Y'all, why this girl said she took 2 E-pills a Xanax, a Molly, and I think she said a Shroom. Me and the girl from Harry look at each other like, because now we're trying to figure out, when did she take this pill? Like, when did she do this? She said she did it before she got on the plane. That's why she was so lit.